The Prime Minister's office issued the update on Saturday, relaxing some other restrictions in a bid to gradually normalize the situation and mitigate economic impacts. The update applies from November 1st to December 31st.
เพื่อสืบต่อเข้มงวดปฏิบัติมาตรการป้องกันควบคุมสกัดกั้นและแก้ไขการระบาดของพยาธิโควิด -19
Speaking at a press conference on Sunday, the Vice Chairman of the Task Force, Associate Professor Dr. Puthon Meungpak, said authorities would regularly assess the implementation of restrictions and revise preventative measures when necessary. He said, if there are any changes, the government will notify the public. The government has permitted entertainment venues to reopen in the latest easing of restrictions that were put in place earlier in the year to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Places of entertainment have been closed for several months, which has caused hardship for business operators and employees. To ensure that these venues do not become breeding grounds for the virus, managers are required to strictly comply with the set closing time and COVID-19 prevention measures. The government will also hold more talks with Vietnam and Japan on easing entry restrictions into Laos, as well as with some other ASEAN member countries that have requested similar consideration. Many measures still remain in place in a bid to prevent the virus from being brought into the country. Traditional and local border crossings remain closed except those allowed by the government to open for the transport of goods. The main international border crossing remains closed to ordinary travelers except for essential use by Lao and foreign nationals as allowed by the National Task Force for COVID-19 prevention and control. The transport of goods across the borders is continuing as normal. The government is continuing to suspend the issue of tourist or visit visas for individuals traveling from or transiting via countries with COVID-19 outbreaks, except for tour groups permitted by the task force to enter Laos. Diplomats, staff of international organizations, experts, investors, business people, technical staff, and workers deemed essential for operations in Laos can enter the country upon approval by the task force.